We descend to the deepest point on our planet, a place where the weight of the ocean is enough to crush a skyscraper into dust, a place of eternal night, where the sun has not reached in over 4 billion years. For a long time, we believed the bottom of the ocean was a desert of mud and bone, a graveyard where life simply could not hold on. But when we finally reached the abyss, we found that the darkness was staring back. This is the story of the Mariana Trench, a scar in the Earth's crust that reaches deeper into the ground than Mount Everest reaches into the sky. The Pacific Ocean is vast, but in its western reaches, the seafloor suddenly drops away into a canyon of impossible depth. At its lowest point, the Challenger Deep, the water is nearly 11 kilometers deep. The pressure here is unimaginable, 1,000 times at the surface. It is like having an elephant standing on your thumb, multiplied by 1,000. For over a century, the trench was a ghost on our maps, a frontier more difficult to reach than the surface of the moon. In 1960, 2 men climbed into a steel sphere called the Trieste. They began a slow, agonizing descent into the unknown. As they went deeper, the colors of the ocean vanished. First the red, then the green, then the blue, until there was only black. They reached the bottom, and there, in the beam of their spotlight, they saw something moving. A fish, flat, pale, and very much alive. In a place where the pressure should have liquefied organs, life was deeper. Look, the stranger the inhabitants become. There are xenophyophores, giant single-celled organisms that look like crumpled paper. There are snailfish with skin so transparent you can see their internal organs. And there are amphipods, shrimp-like creatures that have evolved to eat the wood of sunken ships and the chemical remains of the dead. They do not follow the rules of the surface. They do not need the sun. They do not need oxygen in the way we do. They have built a civilization out of the scraps of the world above. However, the biology is only part of the mystery. Geologists have discovered that the Mariana Trench is not just a hole, it is a gateway. The trench is a subduction zone, a place where the Earth is literally eating itself. Massive tectonic plates are sliding beneath one another, dragging the ocean floor down into the mantle. And as the plate slides, it carries something unexpected with it: water. Recent studies suggest the trench is inhaling trillions of gallons of water into the Earth's interior. Where does it go? Some believe it fuels the volcanoes of the Ring of Fire. Others wonder if there is a second ocean hidden hundreds of miles beneath the crust. Then there are the sounds. In 2014, researchers dropped hydrophones into the trench to listen to the deep. They expected silence. Instead, they heard a symphony of the bizarre: the low-frequency moans of baleen whales, the grinding of tectonic plates, and then the bio-twang, a metallic sci-fi screech that echoed through the abyss. It took years for scientists to identify it as a new type of minke whale call. But other sounds remain unidentified: deep, rhythmic pulses that seem to come from the rock itself. In recent years, our exploration has taken a darker turn. We sent robots to the very bottom, hoping to find a pristine wilderness. Instead, we found us: plastic bags, candy wrappers, chemical pollutants that have settled in the silt. Even at the end of the world, the reach of humanity has arrived. The Mariana Trench remains one of the final frontiers of Earth. We have better maps of the surface of Mars than we do of this canyon floor. We have sent more people to the moon than to the Challenger Deep. It is a reminder that we live on a planet of layers, a planet that keeps its most ancient secrets tucked away in the cold and the dark. What else is down there? Giant creatures we haven't named? Vents that hold the secret to how life first began? The abyss is not empty. It is a world waiting to be understood. But for now, the trench remains silent, holding its breath, hidden beneath the weight of 1,000 oceans.